Welcome, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's good to see you all. We're flying today in the ViperJet. The ViperJet has an additional bit of nameage to it that I have forgotten. The ViperJet LXR by Aerobask. This plane was just released a couple of days ago. Attempt number 2 at trying to fly this thing, and I'm really excited about this plane. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a flight plan put together taking us from San Diego up to Henderson. We filed the Poggy 5 departure, Julian VOR, Thermal VOR, 29 Palms VOR, then the Jomix 1 arrival into Henderson. And our filed altitude is 25,000 feet, which we should hopefully be able to make it. Jarl 202, welcome aboard. Tricky Productions, good to see you. Jax TTV, welcome aboard. So yeah, this is the plane. We'll be doing our flights today on the PilotEdge network. You guys are probably familiar with the fact that I do most all of my flights on the PilotEdge network, and I'm super excited to fly this thing. So without further ado, let's move inside the cockpit here. Turn on track IR. Let's make sure this. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, set that as the new. Yeah. This is gonna be a lot of fun, I think. So let's get this thing going. We will actually do the GPU today, so we're gonna turn track IR off for just a little bit here. It's much easier to get this plane set up and moving. So some of the things this plane features, it's got a couple of custom displays. It's got this custom Garmin display. I can't remember the exact name of this thing, but I'm sure somebody will eventually tell me what this thing is called, which is pretty damn cool. It looks nice, runs nice, very, very, very performant. I'm quite happy with it. Let's go ahead and pull the parking brake, and it already is. We'll get rid of the flags and the chocks. We don't need those anymore. We'll turn on the bring the GPU out here. JetGo 28-volt GPU, portable, just for you. It's even got a little hitch so you can pull it around. We'll bring the battery on. We'll bring the avionics on.
0.
We'll hear the nice,
Radar
wonderful
vectors
Brandon.
186. And then it's
23.
filed. 110. And it's
45.
186 is filed. Maintain 4,000.
Let's turn him off for a few seconds here. Now, for the people that are watching here on Twitch, I will have to apologize. I am still having a bug where I can't show you any of my charts. All I can show you is the sim. So as I'm talking about stuff, if there's any questions you have, please do ask. But we're gonna take a look at the chart over here and look up the San Diego clearance, which is 25.9er. The San Diego clearance, 25.9er, which we already have punched in. Great. We'll come back to that here momentarily. Yeah. Anyway, it's got the default 530, I believe. G3X. I don't know. That sounds something quite right there. We'll go with that coupe. G-Tronkle, Kai Gunner. Good to see you guys. This plane now has a yeah, it's had that for a while. So yeah, we have this custom display here, which looks nice, behaves nice. We have this custom display over here to give us information about the engine, and I think he's done some other customizations on the like on the autopilot panel, on the transponder, and over here on this secondary radio stuff. He is using default gauges for all the standby instruments, which is kind of a bummer, but he's also done that for all of his other planes. If we go to the back seat, this is kind of cool. If we go to the back seat, there's a set of instruments back here too. So we get to see ticker tape showing us the airspeed, the barometer, and the altitude. We get to see a basic HSI, or sorry, a basic HSI? I don't know, whatever this thing is called. Artificial horizon. And we get to see some navigation stuff, and we get access to our basic radios as well as autopilot. So yeah, kind of cool back here as well. But we're not flying back here, we're flying up in front. We've gone ahead and turned the battery on, the GPU on, the avionics on. I'm going to pull the checklist up, which you guys won't be able to see there. Where the fuck did I put it? Seriously? Where'd I put it? Oh, I know where I put it. This is called preparation. This is the sign of a true professional when you're just sitting here watching me navigate folders on my hard drive. Yeah. It's good stuff. No, not X-Planes. Payware. Jets. ViperJet by Aerobask. Documents. ViperJet checklist. So we'll kind of start running through this. Before I just start checklist, external step removed and stowed. Checked. Circuit breakers all look... I don't even know where the circuit breakers are at. Yep, here they are. Yeah, they all look dandy. We can't touch them anyway. Icing switches are all off. Yes, they are. Boom, 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 boom. Emergency fuel to open, like so. Landing gear handle is down. Yes, it is. Battery master we've already turned on. External GPU we've turned on. Avionics master we've turned on. Landing gear shows 3 green. GPU light is... Where's GPU light? GPU light. GPU light is on right there. That's the guy. Annunciator check. Push that button. All the annunciators are lit. Look great. Left and right fuel transfer pump switches are both off, and the tip pump switches are off as well. So we don't need to do anything else there. We're going to give clearance a call up and get ourselves out of here. Clearance at San Diego Lindbergh is 125.9er. We're going to be Viper 717 Tango Sierra. We're going to be IFR to Henderson. Hello, Chevy. Good to see you, man.
5 Romeo Delta, Palm Springs, ground, Roger, runway 31 left, taxi via Alpha.
Alright, 01 left via Alpha for 22 Romeo Delta.
Lindbergh clearance, Viper 717 Tango Sierra, IFR to Henderson.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Lindbergh clearance on request.
Do a keg roll. I don't have any kegs to roll, though.
November 717 Tango Sierra, occurred to the Henderson Airport, Pogie 5 departure, Julian transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 8,000. Departure frequency 119.6. Squawk 4671.
Clear the Henderson Airport, Pogie 5 departure, Julian transition as filed. Climb via the SID, except maintain 8,000. Departure 119.6. Squawk 4671. Viper 7 Tango Sierra.
717 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
Alright, we'll turn him off. Let's get this sucker punched into the GPS now. I'm going to go into 2D mode because it's a bit easier to manipulate in 2D mode than it is in 3D mode. We don't need that. Get away. Go, go, go. If we want to pull up the flight plan, we're going to start by going menu. Delete flight plan. Yes. KSAN. This will be the single most interesting part of the entire flight, I do promise you. Not really. KSAN, and on the we're going to be looking at the Pogie 5 departure. That's going to take us to Jetty, Jetti. What? How do I ABC? T and an I. After Jetty comes Loma, Lowma. L-O. That's not W. W-M-A. After Loma comes Poggy, P-O-G-G, or P-G-Y. P. And a G. And a Y. And then we have browse, B-R-O-W-S. R. O. W. S. After that comes Julian, J-L-I. After Julian, we have Thermal, TRM. R. M. After Thermal comes 29 Palms, Tango November Papa. After that, it's going to come the Jomix 1 arrival. So 29 Palms, then Jotnu. O. T. N. U. After Jotnu comes Zelma. I promise we're almost done. Almost finished. After Zelma comes Uscup, US Cup, US Cup, US Cup, US Cup. I'm gonna go with US Cup because it sounds funny. US Cup. After that, it's gonna be Jomix. Jomix. After Jomix comes KGRDN. Kgurden? Kgurden. Kgurden. EFGHIJK. Kgurden. Waypoints are supposed to be pronounceable. That's not pronounceable, okay? Sorry. And then we have Sado, S-A-D-O-E. I'd be really happy if they'd put procedures into this. And then we have Henderson. I'm going to look up and somebody's going to tell me, Catstrator, you could have done that a lot easier. And they're probably right. Alright, that's our flight plan. Looking smooth, looking good. Go ahead and go to menu, flight plan. And, yeah, we got the San Diego. We're going to go down and enter. Let's see here. Sure, why not? Great. Alright, that's flight plan. Looking smooth, looking good. Put that sucker away for now. We're cleared up to 8,000 feet. We'll put that in down here, which we have. We have that from yesterday, I think. Mr. Andre, good to see you. Draco, good to see you as well. Welcome aboard. I would say K-Garden. K-Garden? K-Garden could work. K-Garden. I'm going to go with K-Garden, though. I like K-Garden. We have these. They have these birds at the island that I went to in Portugal. They call them Kagahaj, and they sound like little screaming children. They only go out at night. They're big, enormous birds, and they go over top of them. They're just like as they're flying overhead. I'm like, what the fuck is that? They're awesome. So I'm gonna go with K-Garden in memory of them. Anyway, that's completely pointless and whatnot. But let's go ahead and get this thing going. So we can fill the plane up by coming over here, going to menu. I'm just gonna go ahead and max out the tanks because I don't know how much gas we actually need. I can fill it up there, or I can just go up here. And if I knew how much gas I needed, well, you know what? Let's put 4 hours worth of gas in here, like so. All right. Gives a view on fuel there. Transponder 4671. Standby 4671. Great. We'll leave that on. We'll go ahead and turn that to altitude. Lights are going to be beacon on. Nav lights can come on. What's that? Taxi light, no. Landing light, no. We'll come back to those. Good there, good there. Right panel, all looks fantastic. Not worried about any of that just yet. Let's go and get this engine started. So, may not take a week off. You now have to work 12-hour shifts, says Chevy. Can I show an outside view broadcast? I most certainly can. Outside view of the lovely ViperJet LXR. I'm going to write that down. Lovely ViperJet LXR by Aerobask. We'll definitely get some more views of this thing once we get up in the air. Looks like a little fighter jet. This thing looks really fucking cool. Like, I'm super excited to fly this thing. Ah! Okay, we're fixed. I don't know what the hell that was. The movement key, the move forward key got stuck. Oops. Anyway, let's go and get this thing turned on. So go back to the engine start checklist. Emergency fuel is open right there. Yes, it is. Throttle is at idle. Push you up there. Throttle's now at idle. Boost pumps are on. Igniters are on. Boost pumps, igniters. And we're ready to start this engine up. So we'll go ahead and push the engine starter. Take it to 20 20% in one. There we go. Mind you, I have made some adjustments to this plane, so the sounds are going to be quite diminished. Alright, at 20% in one, which we cross, starter generators to off. Idle should be 35 to 45%, which it is. EGT should be maximum 635. We never did cross that. It's good. Oil pressure, 5 to 25 PSI. Oil pressure's in the green. Oil temps in the green. Fuel pressure's in the green. Igniter should come off. Boost pumps should now come off. Boom and boom. External power master GPU can also come off, just like so. And we'll go ahead and turn the starter generator over to generator. Alright, we see some amps being produced. That's good. That's what we want to see. Great. We'll go ahead and shut this canopy here. We could actually be like a cool fighter pilot and really, when do we do pressurization stuff? We should probably turn to pressure. I don't see anything related to pressurization. So we may want to pressurize. Oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead and close the canopy, latch the canopy. Like so. Alright. We'll do part of the before takeoff check, because I want to do some of that here. So one less thing to worry about. Should get my joystick hooked up too. Okay, track IR activate. Why are we in sensitive mode? There we go. Alright, exercise the controls, looking good. Right rudder and a left rudder, looking good there. Canopy latched and locked. Pressurization bleed air switches need to come on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn track IR off again here. Pressurization and bleed air switches come on. Canopy CO's on. Oxygen's gonna come on. Radios are set. Actually, they're not set. We need to get ground. Ground is 123.9er, which we have. No, we don't have. 123.9er. And then tower, 118.3.
Alright, clear for the right downwind, clear for takeoff through on right, 225 Delta.
Ground's 118.3, tower, yep, set. Okay. Radio set, transponder set, air brakes retracted.
Bravo, ready for takeoff.
Air brakes are retracted, yes sir. Actually, let's take a look at those air brakes. Oh, they're at the bottom, look at that.
Clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff, runway 15.
You kind of see them coming out there. That's cool. So obviously we're not going to use those air brakes once we're landing, because that's just going to help us lift off the ground, and that's bad. Flap set to takeoff. Trim is set to take off. Where is the trim at? I do not see... Oh, there's a trim indicator. I don't know where to set the trim at for this, so I'm going to do it slightly up. Left and right transfer pumps are off. Left and right tip pumps are off. Boost pump can come on. Annunciator lights. Checked. Well, they all worked, actually. What we're supposed to do is see that the annunciator lights are actually functioning, so... Parking brake is off. Fuel pump is the only one eliminated. That's good! What do you say we get out of here? I'm super excited for this. Alright, back to track IR. Oh, we forgot to grab the weather. I'm so excited I forgot to grab the goddamn weather. San Diego weather, 210 at 9er, 10 mile visibility, flew cost 2300, 23 Celsius, temperature 29er, 9er 6.
2 Juliet Romeo.
Barrow, 29er, 9er 6. Where's the Barrow at? Doesn't have scroll wheel, that's right. Fantastic. Limburg ground, Viper 717 Tango Sierra is the general aviation parking with the weather ready for taxi.
Viper 717 Tango Sierra, Limburg ground, rover 27, taxi via Charlie.
27 via Charlie, Viper 717 Tango Sierra. Alright, heading,
Caravan 8 Bravo Tango, contact SoCal departure.
Our CDI over into GPS mode. The initial heading that we're looking for coming out of here is 275.
Cherokee 225 Romeo Delta, your radar contact SoCal departure.
275 right there.
Alright, we'll
On
contact
departure, flight heading
225
275 till crossing 520, then direct to jetty. Crossing jetty below 8,000 feet and 230 knots. Let's see, let's go vertical speed mode. Oops, not alt. Alt should be 8,000.
223 Echo Romeo at the east ramp, ready to taxi. With
We want to change.
Stay in the pattern for some items.
Go for 2,000 feet per minute. This thing's going to take off like a fucking rocket, so we're going to be ready to pull that speed back real quick. Actually, let's go IAS of...
And there's a King Air taxiing as well to the runway. Just keep an eye on him and give way to him.
Just go IAS of 200 knots to start with.
Affirmative. I have the aircraft.
All right, tower
View. I don't know where he's
118.3. And departure clearance. Departure is going to be 119.6.
You know something? I got a bit disoriented right there, and I am heading to the
Strobe
west
on, taxi on, landing light on. All right, we'll give them a second here to figure out what's going on.
Oh, yeah, he's not the only one that doesn't know where I'm going. I'm going to pull aside here in this next ramp and get turned back in the right direction. Thanks.
And then Alpha will be a left turn.
Tiny Golf, good to see you. 501 Aviator, P3 Ron, good to see you.
Austin Tower, can you repeat that for 223 Romeo? Echo Romeo, you got a little cut off.
3 Echo Romeo, that was not for you.
Draco, that's funny. Number Tower, Viper 717, take us here, holding short 27.
Here 252 Juliet Romeo. Make a 180 there on Foxtrot, take a taxi eastbound on Foxtrot, and then Alpha will be a left turn.
Very good. We're going to make a 180 right now. Sorry for the mix-up.
Gear up gear up by 150 knots. I think we're going to rotate about 70 to 90. I forget where I saw those speeds, but I did see them somewhere. Oh yeah, rotate between 85 and 90 knots. Gear up by 150 knots.
Tower, wind 2009 over runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27, Viper 717, take us here. Here's not having any goddamn clue what's about to happen.
He's just remaining in the pattern.
Clear left.
Number 2
clear right.
Looks like a Cessna here. 2 Juliet.
Lights. Camera.
Over 3 Echo Romeo. Could you just say again your...
all set and action.
Can you say that again? 223 Echo Romeo?
Or 223 Echo Romeo, Oxnard Tower, looks like you've changed my frequency, that's right. Say your aircraft type and unit to go.
Yeah, we're a Cessna 172, and I'm ready to go on runway 25.
Positive rate. Gear.
Sky 3
Flaps.
Echo Romeo, left close traffic approved. Plane 25 at 6, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Hold the power back.
25, left traffic. 223 Echo Romeo.
Switch this to nav mode.
Sapa 43 Charlie Charlie, good day. We are on southeast cargo ramp, request taxi for departure, and we have the numbers Charlie.
You're 43 Charlie Charlie, Burbank ground, runway 8, taxi Charlie.
Taxi to runway 8 via Charlie, 43 Charlie Charlie, thanks.
Viper 7 signal via contact, SoCal departure.
Over to departure, 5% take us here, take care. Alright, autopilot's on for now. SoCal departure, Viper 717, Tango Sierra, 2,700 for 8,000.
717 Tango Sierra, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000, Viper 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, 15,000 feet, there's a turn right there. Let's go ahead and switch ourselves to vertical speed mode. Nose it down just a touch.
Number 8 Bravo Tango, contact
Shoot for about 92% N1. We're going for 250 knots. Turn's looking good. Our taxi light off here. Takeoff checklist, M1, gears up, flaps up, yep. Okay, after takeoff, gear up, flap up, sure, great. So this thing took off like a rocket.
Tango SoCal approach, Roger. Ontario altimeter 2900.
Thing definitely took off like a rocket. But I'm a little surprised. It feels like it should be climbing faster when we're up here. Although I guess we're climbing at 2,600 feet per minute, so that's probably pretty good.
Maintain 6,000.
All right, there's 250. I think I busted a speed restriction there. Now that I think about it. All right, what are we going to now? 8.7.
Okay, that's because that's not the frequency we gave you. 135.65. 35.65.
There's 10,000 feet. Landing light's going to come off. I actually don't know what what speed I should be accelerating at. I did not find that information in my extensive looking.
Mexico 746 NorCal approach, flighting 030 vectors.
So if somebody knows what speed to climb this thing at, let me know.
Advise when you have the airport in sight, 11 o'clock and 12 miles.
Cool little plane, man. This is a cool plane. Very cool.
7 Tango Sierra, contact LA Center 125.65.
125.65, 7 Tango Sierra.
For 8 Bravo Tango, Roger. Expect ILS runway 6 approach.
I'll send you center, Viper 717 Tango Sierra, 12,200 for 15,000.
717 Tango Sierra, Los Angeles Center, climb maintain flight level 250.
Flight level 250, Viper 7 Tango Sierra.
Number 520 Yankee Kilo, contact SoCal 134.2.
$25,000 feet. Right there. Capping out our EGT there if we go full throttle, so we'll leave it at 95% on the climb.
Mexico 746, clear visual approach, only 28 left.
We're climbing at almost 3,000 feet per minute, so I think we're doing quite all right.
Number
yeah.
520 Yankee Kilo, SoCal approach, Roger. Number 520 Yankee Kilo, Oxford altimeter 2995. Crossband ice at or above 5,000. Cleared ILS runway 25 approach.
Yeah, this thing's moving pretty good. Am I seated very low cockpit, or is the basic view forward this limited? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I can go much higher. If we look at if you look at the model here, the captain's head is about, like, his eyes are about even with the with that. So I guess I could come a little higher. But I think it's just like, I think the view is just going to be limited. Could probably get a little higher there. There we go. Now, mind you, I have, like I mentioned earlier, but I have the sounds turned way down. I had to go make some modification to the source code that's driving this thing. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to hear any of the ATC.
Air Mexico 746, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
Alright, coming up on 18,000. What I did read said the true is supposed to be between 300 and 330. Or 300 and 350. Let's see here. Real documents. Is this what I want? No. Don't think the actual manual had airspeeds.
Number 948 Bravo Tango, cross Paradise at 5,000.
These are things that you would think that we'd
only
check
6
ahead of time, but who cares? Oh, here we go. Economy cruise speed, flight level 280 is 400 true. Mach 7.2 at flight level 250. We could probably speed this up a touch. It should only take 5 minutes, it says, to climb to 250. I think we've done something wrong. I'll have to learn how to actually fly this plane at some point. I'm content for now. I also made the plane a little bit on the heavy side too, so that might have something to do with it. Yeah, I will get some more. This is mostly autopilot, just because I'm kind of trying to shake it down, but I'll definitely get some more hand flying in down the road. I think I'm going to be spending a fair amount of time in this airplane. It's going to be a neat little cruiser taking this around, or neat little trip taking this around the network. G-meter. This thing's obviously meant for doing aerobatics. Almost said aerobics. Clearly it's meant for aerobics. Has an angle attack meter. Haven't really seen that do anything yet. Captain Collateral, welcome aboard. When you look at YouTube videos of the Beast, eyes seem more level with the canopy strut. Oh. Okay. I'll go do some research on that. We'll take a piece. We'll not take a piece. We'll take a peek. All right, off the Julian. Hey, Heli World is down here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, I think the ranch is over here. Oh, Heli World will be over that way. The ranch should be right around here. This would be an interesting one to try to land on the ranch. What a neat little plane. This is too cool. AOA was active while I was taking off. Oh, nice. Okay. I'll go back and watch the, I'll watch the replay on that. I'm super jazzed about these displays, though. Like, it's nice to see somebody putting glass, starting to put more glass into these cockpits. I know that this particular author has done a number of other planes as well. He's done a G1000 like system in I believe he did the Twin Star. He's also done a similar system in the in an Epic 1000, and did a Dynan system, I believe it is, in a Lancer. So he's got some. Aerobask has got some pretty cool planes out there. Highly recommend checking them out. They do go on sale fairly frequently, and they're all pretty good quality stuff. Do a barrel roll. Maybe we'll do a barrel roll later. We'll do this one flight, and then we'll take it out for some fun if I have time. It took me a little longer to get this thing set up today than I'd expected. Yeah, I gotta learn how to actually climb this thing. There's got to be some documentation out there about speeds and all that stuff. Like there's this brochure. The brochure is more just like, this is what it's able to do. Apparently you can build one of these for about $1 million. Alright, there's Julian. Now we're going thermal, twin man palms, and we'll be on the Joe Mix arrival. I feel like I'm committing a bit of blasphemy here by flying this thing IFR on the autopilot, but it's alright.
Juliet Romeo, contact Santa Barbara.
100 IIS full power, 10k feet per minute climb. Ha. Does it have auto slats for AOA? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Oh, I know what it means. Yeah. I don't think it has slats. It looks like the wing is pretty smooth here. $1 million coffin. But it's got a jet engine on it. It's awesome. Alright, let's see here. VNAV planning. Target altitude is 10,000 feet. Ooh. Comes 250. Let's make sure she levels off. 0 miles before Joe Mix. Actually, I have no idea what this thing is going to descend at. Okay, there, leveled off. Great. All right. See if we can get the speed up to about 7.2. Race through the Grand Canyon of the ViperJet would be awesome. Yes, I think that's going to happen at some point. Absolutely going to happen. What we got? 29 Palms here. Palm Springs is going to be over here somewhere. Because a bit more than 5 minutes to get to 25,000 feet, but that's probably a result of your pilot, not necessarily the plane. I'm sure Chris would do it if he picks the plane up. What's the view like from back? Get a much clearer view of the world around you when you're back here. So there's the glass. Could probably get my vision up to about here. Go with that. It's good enough for me. That's track IR right there.
Your man on this frequency, I'll advise you when the
It's not track. There's track IR. We set that. Gives us a little bit of view of what's going on.
For 0 Yankee Kilo, contact Oxford Tower 134.905.
Nice. I'm using track IR. I don't like I like to use track IR when I'm actually flying. Like if I'm just
Sierra, contact LA Center 133.55.
133.55, 7 Tango Sierra. $33.55. I'll send to center, Viper 717 Tango Sierra 250.
717 Tango Sierra, Los Angeles Center, roger.
It seems that our speed's not going to get much higher than this. .384 of the ground's not bad though. I think I filed 350 almost. Maybe I filed 375 true. So yeah, I use track IR when I'm actually flying the plane and on the ground and whatnot. But if I'm looking around the cockpit and manipulating buttons and what's not, it's easier to just use the mouse. So like I have the track IR view here, but I can come off of it easy enough, just like that. Well, if more people end up getting this plane, we'll have to get some shenanigans going. I don't think it's pulling from the tips. Do I need to turn the pumps on?
We're not quite Bravo Tango, roger, contact San Bernardino Tower, good day.
How do we get the gas out of the tip tanks into the main tanks? Because it's pulling from the mains. I would think that it would be the tip pumps. We have a cruise checklist? Nah. That tip pump doesn't seem to be doing anything. Do it for charity. Dane Nelson, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. 501 Aviator, welcome aboard. So what I'm looking at here, I'm trying to figure out how to get the gas out of the tip tanks over to the main tanks. I'm seeing the main tanks go down, but I'm not seeing the tip tanks go down. Although it's telling me that my tip pumps are on. This is curious. If you would want to do a longer flight, if you want to do a longer flight, you got to figure out how to empty those tanks. Do I need to turn a boost pump on? Shouldn't have to. Draws from the center first. Yeah, I understand that it draws from the center, but like when the center is empty, shouldn't it be transferring from the tips into the center? Unless it just does it, unless it does it all automatically. I don't know. It might be something we have to experiment with at some point. Pressurization-wise, we're basically as high as we're going to get. In fact, I think we made just a little bit over that. I don't know if that red light's bad, but it's in the green. It's got to be okay if it's in the green, right? What a neat little plane. This thing is awesome. It's like 20 bucks. Transfer pumps as well. Let's see. Nope, that's not the one we want. So the transfer pumps literally moved from the left side to the right, or the one side to the other. We actually put ourselves slightly off balance there. So the transfer pumps worked. The tip pumps do not work. I wonder if that's a bug. Oh, okay, Jack, I see what you mean. Well, I'll have to do some experimentation with it. Alright, what do we got here? 29 palms coming up.
Aircraft at the wrong frequency.
And we'll be on the arrival. VNAV's telling us 10,000 by Jomix. We need to start down in about 8 minutes. I'm going to plan for a modest 2,000 feet per minute descent because I do not know how quickly we should be descending. And once we land this at Henderson, we're going to take it to an untowered field somewhere and see if we can do some fun stuff. Maybe we'll go to the ranch.
Romeo, Roger, thanks for Foxtrot. Press Paradise, at or above 5,000, clear ILS runway 6 approach.
15,000 feet per minute descent straight down, yeah. We'll engage the speed brakes and see what happens. Dude, look at these speed brakes, though. These things are kind of cool. Right there. Those are very unique. So we're full power, as full as we're going to get. If I go any more on the power, we're going to redline the EGT. In fact, I should probably have this back. As long as we stay under 705, it's saying we're okay. So this is about as hot as I dare go. 97% N1. Cruising at 385 over the ground, 389 true. In this aircraft, there's a center holding tank. The wings automatically transfer into the fuel. Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. Thank you, Draco. Engine only actually draws from the holding tank. That's how I figured it was going to work, but... yeah, whatever. If we run out of gas, we run out of gas. We'll see what the glide performance is like. Don't think that's going to be an issue. Start thinking about Henderson here. Henderson, 16010, 10 mile visibility, clear skies, 35 Celsius, temperature 2905. So we got, what do you got? 160 at 10. 2905. Clear skies, clearing a million, great. 16010.
Tango Sierra, contact LA Center 126.35.
126.35, Viper 717 Tango Sierra. So many clicks. I'll send a center Viper 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 250.
717 Tango Sierra, Los Angeles Center, roger. Cross Joe Mix, added, maintain 10,000, Las Vegas altimeter 2988.
Joe makes that maintain 10,000 and 88 on the altimeter, Viper 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, so 2,000 feet per minute descent will start here fairly soon. I'm sure that we can get down faster than 2,000 feet per minute, but first time flying the plane, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with my jet number that is somewhat comfortable to me. Fix the sound problem. Lumberhacks, I hacked the sound problem. I went into the Lua files and I made my own little changes to them, and I got it to be quieter. So the developer on the org forums, the developer acknowledged that that functionality doesn't exist, and has said he's going to work on a fix for it. So if anybody ends up picking up this plane, wants to fly it online, and needs to get my sound file hack, just look for me. Anybody who's in that position probably knows how to find me. All right, 10,000 feet for altitude. Altitude there. So tricky. Does it have an afterburner? No, it does not. Hey, Stealth Bobber. Dude, it's good to be taking another shot at this. I'm still having some problems with my streaming setup, but we can work on those. In the meantime, yeah, I was able to get this thing working today with a little bit of wizardry. And what a cool little aircraft. Can't say that enough. Like, this thing is going to be a lot of fun. So Henderson's landing north to south, which means that actually we'll have a pretty fun pattern or pretty fun arrival into there, because we'll have to avoid the surface Bravo for LAX. They'll basically tell us to stay within like a mile or two of the airfield. All right. 2,000 feet per minute down. Pull the power back a touch. This thing would easily descend faster. I'm still running 85% N1, going down at 2,000 feet per minute and holding my speed. Probably could have done like 3,000 or 4,000 feet per minute on this guy, no problem. It's all good though. Now we know. So the barrow to 88. Seriously, this is a really cool plane, guys. It's like $21 at the org store too, so how can you go wrong? Need this for the last legs of the alphabet. Actually, that's a good idea, Stealth Bobber. The alphabet challenge, I haven't finished it yet. Towards the end of that thing, that just basically becomes I don't know. It just becomes a battle of will. Like, do I really want to finish this thing? How determined am I to get done with it? Awesome, dude. And this, I actually bought this plane. I didn't get this one for free, so like I'm not a corporate shill or anything like that. Big fucking disclaimer.
3 Charlie Charlie, SoCal departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 13,000. Clear direct Van Nuys VOR, resume the Van Nuys to departure. Number 252 Juliet Romeo, contact San Bernardino Tower.
We got Oscup next. I think I'm going to be spending a lot of time flying this. This would be a really cool way to experience the network, that's for sure. Sell out. I know, Lumber. Jesus. How can we trust what he says to us? He's just a corporate shill. Yeah, when we're done with this, we're going to take it to, I think we'll take it to the ranch. Wazgob! Hello, Wazgob. Aerobask apologizes this month's payments are going to be late. Oh, yes. Hey, Aerobask wouldn't be paying me. It'd be Nick from the org store, if anybody. Landed on the heli course, yeah. I don't know, dude. Given how easy that takeoff was, you might be able to. I think I saw in the documentation that it needs like 1,500 feet of space to get off the ground. Yeah, go do some pattern work, man. I'll be down there shortly. It's probably going to show me as a Cessna. It's probably going to show me as a Cessna 172 though, because it doesn't. It like the system's not going to know what the hell VIPJ is. It's like the audio's peaking a bit. I should fix that. Check, check. Okay. I brought my audio down just a touch because it looked like it was peaking in OBS. And that's bad. Alright, so Joe Mix is also 250 knots. So once we get a little closer, we'll start slowing down as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we're brought off the arrival soon. I don't know. Brandon could just be content to let us suffer, though. Stare at our little magenta line. Tricky says, nice hat, love the movie. I know, man. I wore this hat to Flight Sim Con because I thought it'd be funny. And then when I got to Flight Sim Con, I'm walking around wearing a Top Gun hat. I'm like, I kind of feel like an idiot. But I still wore the hat all day. You gotta own up to your indiscretions. I can't find a way to change the squawk code in the Challenger. Go watch my video on the Challenger, and you'll see me do it. The panel, the radio panel on that thing's a little funky. So Tricky asks, is this a real plane or fictional? This is actually a real plane. It's an experimental plane that's built by, well, it's an experimental plane that comes as a kit.
Report 3 Charlie Charlie, contact LA Center 125.27.
Experimental home built, yep. Even had to write experimental on the inside here. Alright, coming up on Joe Mix. Let's go ahead and get the speed. We gotta get the speed back to 250 knots. Oh, it comes back real fast. So we can just go ahead and leave the power up because we're gonna level off here in a second, and then we'll slow down then.
Three Charlie Charlie Los Angeles Center climb maintain 15,000 palm to altimeter 2995.
Here's 10,000 feet. Here comes Jomix. Bring it back to 250. Bought the Challenger Dash 8 and 172N. You got quite the collection of planes there. Exterminator. The initial flight in a home-built jet is something I'd probably pass over to a friend. Yeah. I'm not sure how I would personally feel about that either. Let's get our speed back. Looking for 250 indicated. Oh, a little slow now. That's crazy, Zinji. FSX Crew, welcome aboard, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you for the link. Be sure to check that one out later. I think it's just the speed more than anything else that would terrify people. Alright, after Sadie, we're going to go to 259er. 259er. Should be able to get a visual approach. Cannot imagine there will be any issues there.
For 717 Tango Sierra, contact Las Vegas approach 118.4.
118.4, 5% Tango Sierra. Las Vegas approach, Viper 717 Tango Sierra is level 10,000 with the Henderson weather.
717 Tango Sierra, Las Vegas approach, Roger, fly present heading, vectors visual approach, runway 17 right, descend and maintain 6,000. Correction, descend and maintain 7,000.
Fly present heading, vectors visual 17 right, down to 7,000. Viper 7 Tango Sierra. Go to heading mode. Altitude 7,000 feet. We'll go for a nice, once again, very modest. Whoops. Very modest rate of descent. Start keeping an eye out for the airfield too. I'm not sure I like my vision being quite this high. Alright, there's Vegas. There's Henderson. So call approach, Viper 717 Tango Sierra. We've got Henderson in sight.
7 Tango Sierra, cleared for approach, runway 17 right.
Cleared visual approach, 17 right, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, Henderson Tower, 125-1. Start bringing the speed back. Come on down here, turn on the boost pumps. Like you. You're off, you're off. Landing checklist. Left right transfer pumps are off. Left right tip pumps are off. Boost pump is on. Air brakes as needed. Landing gear under 160 knots. Flaps on 150 knots. Pattern 120 knots. Final 95 to 105 knots. It's going to be my airplane. Very sensitive. Very sensitive.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, contact Henderson Tower.
Going to Henderson Tower, 7 Tango Sierra, take care. Henderson Tower, Viper 717 Tango Sierra is 5 miles southeast, inbound visual, 16 right.
Viper 717 Tango Sierra, Henderson Tower. Believe you meant 17 right, probably 17 right, clear to land with 15010.
17 right, clear to land, Viper 7 Tango Sierra, thanks. Alright, speed comes back, really got to trim this thing. One notch of flaps coming in. Yeah, okay. Gear, what do you mean gear fail? I don't want the gear down yet. Let's see, Henderson's 2492. Goes gear. Aim to make our right turn right at that, basically at that little tree line there, or make our base turn. There's a beam. Flaps full. Gears down, 3 green, flaps are down, green, clearance has been received. 17 right in sight and is clear. We're landing. Now our angle of attack gauge is doing something. Thank you, Sally.
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Touchy brakes. Right. After landing, flaps are coming up, speed brakes are in. Go ahead and get ourselves off the runway here. Should be Charlie. Delta. Henderson Tower, Viper 717 Tango Sierra clear Delta.
Viper 7 Tango Sierra, taxi to park at the Alpha District, so good day.
Parking via Alpha, your frequency, Viper 7 Tango Sierra, take care. We've got to turn our landing lights on and all that good stuff, but I think we're okay. What do you think our maximum canopy open speed is? TIs can come off. Boost pumps can come off. Haha, now we get to feel like a true fighter pilot. Hell yeah. That was cool, man. That was really cool. This plane is awesome. We're gonna go land it. We're gonna take off out of here, and we're gonna go run the Grand Canyon after I have a tinkle.
Good day, Palm Springs Tower, Skylane, Papa Hotel, Tango. India Mike is 10 miles southeast of the airport at 1.
Hey, Jeff, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard.
31 right.
Dude, I'm psyched. We're gonna take off out of Henderson and then head east. Now we're gonna have some fun with this thing.
Papa Hotel Tango India.
Because I get the feeling this is one of those planes that's intended to be flown.
Squawk 2633 Island, Papa Hotel Tango Mike.
We might lighten her up a bit too. Just park here next to this Learjet. I'm assuming it's a Lear. That might be a Challenger. This private plane, for which I have no idea what it is. Alright, and we'll set the park brake. Engine shutdown. Idle engines 33 to 40% for 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's turn track IR off. Go to you. Boost pump comes off. Boost pump is off. Starter generator to off. Throttle to close cutoff.
Straight in runway 31 right and we'll report.
At 10% N1 lights come off. Pressurization off. Oh, we've got to turn. Ooh. Hey, we've got to turn pressurization off when we get on the ground. Oops. It's coming down. Okay, let's see here. What do we see? Lights off, pressurization off, icing off. Boom and boom. Avionics come off, battery master comes off. Boom and boom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Henderson Airport. This has been an incredibly awesome flight. This plane is fun. Super fun. If you guys are sticking around, I'm going to go take a tinkle break, and then we're going to do one more flight. We're going to take this thing out the Grand Canyon and have some real fun with it. But for the time being, yeah, it's been fun. If you're sticking around, awesome. If you're taking off, thanks for coming by. So we'll be back in a few minutes, and yeah, be right back. Get some tunage going while I step away. That's not, actually, you know what?